After every big Terraria update comes a couple of hotfixes. These are typically quick updates that are designed to keep the game fully functional by squashing any bugs that players may have encountered, maybe removing some exploits. I'm looking at you, Shimmer. Or even if a weapon is completely broken, giving it a bit of a rebalance. Now, typically with a big Terraria update, we'll see 4, 5, or maybe even 6 of these hotfixes. But with Terraria 1.4.4, things have been a little bit different because instead of 4 hotfixes, well, so far we've had 10, and reading through them has actually been very interesting because instead of just fixing things, we've actually seen some new additions or even some big rebalancing that will change the way you play the game. Now, usually I don't really read through hotfix patch notes because I don't often find them all that interesting. I boot up Terraria, think, hey, the number in the bottom left has changed, and then I crack on with my day. And if you're somebody that's like me, you probably haven't read the most recent patch notes, and I think they're worth reading. But instead of reading off 500 small changes, I'm going to paraphrase the last 10 hotfixes and tell you all the things you should probably know about. So let's begin with 1.4.4.1. It added in a new achievement and also a golden border on worlds where the Moonlord has been defeated. 1.4.4.2 was great for me as it fixed the brain of Cthulhu from teleporting too close to the player in For the Worthy and the Everything Seed, a bug which I actually encountered in my own adventure. 1.4.4.3 was actually pretty huge in regards to melee progression, especially if you didn't get the chance to check this out because you only played on launch day, because one of the changes it made was fixing the Blade of Grass, because originally the razor leaves didn't actually inflict poison when they were meant to. 1.4.4.4 laid the groundwork for fixing Shimmer, because in this update, shimmering debuff state no longer granted invincibility against bosses, which I actually made a YouTube short about. Another small change it made, which was kinda neat, it changed the ghost set shirt so that you can now see worn pants beneath it, making it much more like an actual Halloween costume. 1.4.4.5 added in a new feature, guides to critter companionship, environmental preservation, and peaceful coexistence can now be toggled on and off via right click, either in the inventory or the hotbar. Not only that, all torches can now be transmuted in Shimmer to ether torches. It fixed an issue that caused Wall of Flash's drops to sometimes vanish when a world was converted to hard mode, something which I often saw in my comment section. It fixed the golden toilets from not facilitating proper poo creation. Thanks for that one, Red. And just a beautiful little thing for translations, it fixed an issue with Russian hot dog tooltips. But before we continue, let's talk about the sponsor of today's video. Today's video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet, which I'm very proud to say because the Ridge Wallet is one of my favorite things to carry around. If you don't know, the Ridge Wallet is here to redefine what it means to be a wallet. It's slim, compact, holds up to 12 cards, has over 50,000 5-star reviews, comes in 30 beautiful colors and styles. If you want to carry cash, well, you can get a cash strap or a money clip, and you can even buy an optional upgrade of a cavity tray, which I really like because it allows you to carry coins in this slim wallet. You can also get a 99-day test run, so if you don't absolutely love it, you can return it for a full refund, but I'm going to bet you probably won't. And also, because of the durable materials, Ridge offer a lifetime warranty with every wallet. They also have a brand new product called the Key Case. This is another product made with the same durable materials, and it's here to redefine a set of keys. It holds between 2 and 6 keys, and as you can see, gives you a nice little silhouette. So instead of having it rattle around, now you have something nice and compact which you can carry around with you, and it's wonderful. Get the best offer with my link, ridge.com/chippy, and that will save you 40% through to December 22nd. That's ridge.com/chippy, which you can also find at the top of the description. 1.4.4.6 made some changes to the Angler. I'm not exactly fully sure what it means, but I'll read it out. Maybe you lot can get it. The Angler's accessory drop duplicate protection has been adjusted to make it more flexible and player friendly. Instead of only selectively applying duplicate protection to the 2 triple sets of accessories independently, he now applies the duplicate protection to all 7 accessories, including the fishing bobber. If the player has any of the 7 accessories, either in their individual form or their tinkered form, such as the shell phone, in their inventory, the angler will always give a non-duplicate accessory whenever he rolls to drop an accessory at all. He will also begin dropping duplicates once again once the player has all 7 in their inventory. This will also result in general increases in the number of accessories he drops, which after reading out loud, I think I understand now, this is a win. Also included in this hotfix, pulling items out of stacks now speeds up faster after a few seconds to account for the larger stack sizes. Not only that, the Goblin Summoner actually had its name changed. They wrote, Goblin Summoner does not drop summoning weapons and so has been demoted to Goblin Warlock. One change I was very excited about, Master for the Worthy / Everything Seeds now show their difficulty as legendary on the main menu. Also, stink bugs now spawn more frequently, a change which I actually benefited from because until this hotfix, I actually hadn't seen a stink bug yet. The Sandstorm in a Bottle and Flying Carpet can now be transmuted into Pharaoh Vanities, and also the Lava Charm can be transmuted into the Magma Stone. Real quick, if you're enjoying today's video and like learning about Terraria, be sure to hit that subscribe button. 1.4.4.8 actually saw big performance updates to the Mac version of Terraria, something which I'd yet to test, but I am looking forward to trying. Biome selection in camera mode will now have text to say which biome they are, a change which I'm very grateful for. The Lava Charm and Molten Charm now have vanity accessory visuals. Bone Pickaxe now has its own flavor text. There's a new loading tip and a guide help tip to indicate the ability to assign / unassign NPC housing, something which we spoke about in a previous video. Pressure plate tracks now show up with a danger sense potion, and also some big melee reworks happened in this update. Now I am going to paraphrase these, but if you do want to read them in full, I'll leave a link to it down below. All you need to know though is the Trimarang has been buffed, the Star Fury has been slightly buffed, the Knight's Edge has been nerfed a fair bit, the Icicle was buffed, the Terrorblade was nerfed, and the Snapthorn was also nerfed. Also in this hotfix, Mystic Frogs will no longer disappear when you try to catch them. Instead, they'll teleport nearby. And finally, they fixed sofas which were previously giving a mouse over text that said benches. And also, this was written in the patch notes, I'm not making this up. Chippy's couch is now also properly labeled as a couch. This might end up in a YouTube video. And after that update came 1.4.4.8.1, which you might be thinking, whoa, that's a bit of a mouthful there. Well, it became a bit of a meme that this update was getting a lot of hotfixes. And Relogic wanted to just, play into it a little bit. But in this update, North Poles had their damage buffed from 73 to 80. And after that mouthful, well, they went back to shorter numbers. So we have 1.4.4.9, which actually made some pretty important changes. First off, recorded music boxes will now go blank when thrown into Shimmer, and they updated over 100 sprites to modernize the olded and dated ones. And to explain this in more detail, they did say, in tandem with the above, reset the scale stat on about 90 swords and tools back to 1. Over time, in various updates, many of these weapons had their scale multiplier increased, a balancing stat that increases their size to give them a bigger hitbox. Unfortunately, this results in increasingly distorted and inconsistent pixel sizes across our weapons. All of these affected weapons / tools have had their sprite increased in size to reflect their actual in-game size, and then the scaling factor reduced back down to 1. This will result in both modernized versions of some old sprites, but less stretched, size-appropriate weapon sprites to match their intended size. In practice, this will result in minimal actual impact on their in-game hitbox size, but when there is a change, it is almost always a difference of a pixel or two, and usually in favor of making the weapon slightly bigger. And here are a couple of those new sprites, and no surprise here, the Terraria artists did a very good job with these. And finally, the Morning Star base damage was nerfed from 180 to 165. And that's it, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.